EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital in FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland.
They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up
with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from FedEx Field.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
On first down, Gibson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Down at the 42.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Haskins. Got a man, it's right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
15 yards the pickup, 1st down Washington.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Shotgun handoff now for Love. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
This time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Wide receiver
Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Packers' 27-yard line.
From the 27, Haskins. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They'll run on 1st down. Love. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 8-yard line.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. Hey, 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. Rip left, rip left.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
Isaiah Wright
there to make the grab. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive.
You know, as a head coach, you can't hide everything from your team. They know that people think that they're not supposed to be on the field with them. So they decided a heck of a game plan, didn't they? Nice fast start, get out after them, and maybe let everyone know that they're here to compete.
And get this home crowd behind them early as well.
Yeah, that's a huge part of it, isn't it? Because if you can get the home crowd involved, sometimes you can ride that wave, and that gives you a little added pep.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Aaron Jones.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They needed a yard. They got it. 1st down.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that 1st down there and keep this one going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington 7, Packers nothing.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm gonna pull out one for the safe boy till there's nothing left. I'm gonna run to the ground till
now a 1st down carry by Jones. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 54 yards. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 5. Rodgers certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down. Now, if you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. And as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space. So you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to do that. That one didn't work.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
A run here for J.D. McKissic.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
12 yards there and a first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
A carry now for McKissic. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 39.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check 26.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Logan Thomas.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And he'll go down at the 28.
Washington. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
What we got? At 25 the mic.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Check, 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 check. 22, check, 22, check,
That's caught. It's Thomas. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again, here's Haskins. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Justin Hopkins.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there on the catch and run, 48 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling.
Rodgers pass.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 16. And into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers are back within a score.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
Packers 11.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Will Redmond. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Mason Crosby for the extra.
Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington will take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. I know.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's right. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Now 2nd and 10.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. On play action, Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. Yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
For Green Bay. Brought down at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Washington.
This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
Well, it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle. But that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Jonathan Bostic.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
To Aaron Jones.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st down. It's Jones, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And 11 at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, blitz coming, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Go for it. Rodgers. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Kill. Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Watch the run.
From the gun, it's Haskins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 49-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now a desperation throw deep down. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 42 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Haskins to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Play action. Haskins. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Jamal Williams.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
46-yard line.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Washington football team.
Washington.
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And off we go from Lambeau. On first down, Rodgers. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down. He gets this to Davante Adams.
Rodgers.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
At the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they look at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. The carry here for the big tight end. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive.
For Aaron Jones.
But instead, 3rd down.
Makes it
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. He's at the 30.
If you were me,
10,
you do this
5,
too.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Dustin Hopkins on for the extra point.
Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
23 yards the pickup there in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And all the way down to the 5. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 41 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused because
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And this one through the uprights and good.
Ties the game at 7. Mason Crosby, the kickoff for Green
So
Bay.
all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. This is brought in by Gibson. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
To Antonio Gibson.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Check.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can stink...
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. 7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7. Tress Way.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Tyler Ervin back deep. Taking it about the 16. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 20.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. So they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daron Payne able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. And his throw is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
1st and 10.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Brings up 2nd and
6
4.
yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
It's a gain of 6.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Haskins on 1st down. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Will Redmond. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Take over 1st down.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
Ball carrier.
Daron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Washington.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
Robert Foster there to make the grab. And Washington has taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
For Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
It's gonna take it. No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm a boy. One for the set. Loyalty, there's nothing left. When I went to the game, to it all of them buckets. Yeah, footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet. We ain't gon' run, no, we gon' hide. I can never switch, now you play my ride. Love my balls, they by my side. And we gon' ride till we die.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure If something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Making the catch is Sternberger. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
You can fold it, you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch him work, watch him hate, watch him learn, can't relate.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points. And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins, he'll let it go. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
Robert Foster, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
The kick is good.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Packers 7. Dustin Hopkins.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Looking deep for Adams. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Devontae Adams.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And again, it's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
46-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row. First down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Number 33.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
By Jonathan Bostic.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 16, Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Rodgers finding Valdez-Scantling. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Next is Washington 21. Packers 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words every time we hear that.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Extra point try now for Crosby. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Mason Crosby to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep.
Washington
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
at their own 25-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
He's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Of 6. And the Washington first down.
Now Haskins. Got an open man. It's Foster. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 13 yards there and a Washington first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. Open man. Here's Foster. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 yards there. First down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Right at the 40. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Ball carrier.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
3.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Haskins flushed out right. This goes to Barber, the running back. And now running right through it. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. So from the 7. This is Love. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 2nd down and 4, Haskins. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson.
An 11-yard touchdown. And Washington has taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Hey, 626. Box it, box it, box it, box it. Hey, check it out.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down.
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 26. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. On first down, here's Love. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Love again. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Haskins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Love.
Haskins pass.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get that to Bryce Love out of the backfield. But now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing now is Haskins. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. I'm surprised with the lead in a 1-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams in the final minute. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That will tie the game. 28-all. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here we go with Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And the Washington 1st down.
Haskins to throw. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Here's McKissick. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
The ball carrier.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. One final try now for Rodgers. They'll find Taylor, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Mason Crosby on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And this game is tied. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. That one good for 33 and a first. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's just me and you.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening.
Framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you.
It's a loss.
Get the touchdown.
Now what can Haskins do here in overtime? And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson.
Haskins pass.
Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Third and 2, now Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Washington. Haskins finding McLaurin. First down. It's Love. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Tackle made right at midfield. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From midfield now, Haskins. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off by Darnell Savage. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. From Lambeau.